Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Today I've got some more COD Warzone for you. It's been a difficult week, a difficult few days for me with Warzone, and we'll get onto that shortly. But first, can I just say how awesome these summer trials have been in the game? We talked about the first two in the last Warzone video, which were the risky parkour and the gun trial, but they've added the last three, and I really liked all of them. I thought they were great. This one is a bit freeform. You have 40 targets and you can choose what weapons you want. You've got to get below 30 seconds to get the gold. So I spent a couple of tries figuring out what I thought the best route might be for this one, and eventually I reckon I nailed it. I went for two pistols. Speed and accuracy are the most important things here, and obviously a bigger weapon is going to slow you down. I think I could have shaved maybe 1.5 seconds off this time, but this was my personal best after I stopped trying. 19.5 seconds, and because of my accuracy I actually knocked 5.1 seconds, and that's my best time for that one. This one was the Marksman challenge with the sniper rifle. I reckon I had the most difficulty with this one. So you can start with the sniper and you've got to shoot all the targets as quick as you can. I don't think accuracy matters as much on this one, but because I'm going for speed, I actually start the first round with the pistol. But then you've got to switch to the HDR because it really opens up and the distance gets way longer. So obviously you want to try and go for collaterals as much as possible. Don't miss any shots because that's added time. You don't want to have to reload during one of the waves. So wave 2 done there. Wave 3, hit the collateral. Hit the second collateral. Third collateral, and now I can just go off and pick off the targets one by one because I know that I don't have to reload, as long as I don't miss. But these blue targets are kind of hard to hit because they speed up and slow down. So those were the ones that I was having the most difficulty with. Final round though, you can open up with a collat. I wanted to get that stupid blue one out the way first. Hit another collat there. You can actually line up the top red and blue ones. They do overlap at one point. And I was waiting for it, but I thought, you know what, this is a decent time. Let's just finish it off. And that was the goal that I got. And I tried this one so many times that I was like, you know what, I'm not going to try and get a better personal best than that. So I left it on that. So 4.447 was my best time for that one. And the final one is this one, which is really fun. Enjoyed this so much. Targets pop up really quickly in front of you, but there are also civilians. And if you shoot the civilians, you lose points and I think you lose your combo. Also, headshots give you more points. So it's quite challenging. It's really fun though. You just get zoned into this one. It's one of those ones where I just start it. My hand is like gripped on the mouse really tight and my face is glued to the monitor and you just get in the zone. Just one by one trying to hit as many as you can as quickly as possible. And target acquisition is super important because you don't want to shoot any of the civilians because that will hamper your score. But that's the gist of it. And I skipped ahead of it there, but this is coming towards the end of my best run. And I managed to get a 92 combo. I do wonder how long you could keep this going for. What's the world record for this one? But that was my top score on this, 11,400. You only need 6 for the gold, so that's more than double. But I'd love to see someone who's really good have a crack on that. But let me know what your best times were down in the comments. And if you get gold on all of these, you get this grouse skin. As far as I know, that's the only way to get it as well. Also, there is a country v country element to this too. And as of today, 1 day, 18 hours left when I recorded this, Germany are leading, followed by Israel and then France. Unfortunately for the UK, we are all the way down in 8th. But go Canada and USA, man. Yeah, Japan and Russia there in 5th and 4th. Looking good. But this has been really fun. If they could just do this every week, that'd be great. I love these challenges. They're really addictive. I thought I should show you this too. If you remember the Pawntakespawn website that was part of the Cold War reveal Easter egg, that ARG. Well, it's been updated a few times and now there are multiple screens. So you can click across and it will load another scene. There's a rubber duck, timer counting down, a safe, an old dot matrix printer and a PC. And you can click on the PC and if you type Zork and press enter, it actually loads up a choose your own adventure game, like an old school game. It's really cool. And there's so many things you can do on this. It gives you instructions. You can take things from the game. For example, you have an inventory, you can give directions. And it was discovered that if you keep playing this game, you get achievements and then you can create an account. And you could also put your address in to receive something. And over the past couple of days, the people who were attempting to decipher this have been sent weird photos in the mail. And when you put them together, it makes a map of the game. And from that, they figured out a QR code that took them to pawntakespawn.com/invisible-truths. And there is a box which asks you to input 6 different keys. And these keys were found by playing the adventure game. And you have to enter them like this. So the top left one is Fugazi file. The one next to that is info hacks. And then underneath Fugazi file, we've got burn bag. And then across from that, we've got shred it all. And then bottom left is Intel Fire. And then the final one is Grid Square, like that. And if you click submit, you'll get an achievement. And it says, under the cloak of darkness, the pieces make their way across the board. Forces toppled, positions claimed, another mission completed, another pawn down. And these look like they could be perks in Cold War. Like that could be Ninja, for example. That could be a VSAT or something like that. So we'll see soon. But if you go to your achievements, you can then click here to claim your reward. It gives you a code. If you then take that code and go to callofduty.com/redeem, enter your code in there, click submit, and it unlocks a super secret skin for the truck in the game. And it looks very Soviet Union Cold War. Obviously, a lot of people contributed to figuring this out, but I believe that it was Geeky Pastimes and his Discord that did the main body of work here. So congratulations to him and the guys over there. Now, if you played Warzone last night or any time today, you may have noticed something missing. The vehicles. Yes, there are no vehicles in the game at the moment. A hotfix was released last night to remove all vehicles. And if you've not kept up to date with things, you might be thinking, why? I love my vehicles flying around in a helicopter, going around on a quaddy, tac rover, whatever it might be. Well, yesterday, a pretty nasty glitch was shared around social media where if you got in a vehicle and went to a specific point on the map which was just out of bounds, it would crash the entire server and kick everyone out back to the lobby. And this is something that anyone could do. If you knew where to go, get a vehicle, go there, you could crash the lobby. I was playing last night and this happened 3 times in a row. And then I just gave up and went to bed and thought, you know what, until they fix this, I don't think it's a good idea to play. But a few hours ago, they did release a hotfix which removed those vehicles. And this is how it looks like when it would happen. So for now, it is fixed in the fact that you can't crash the game anymore. But of course, there are no vehicles, and vehicles were a really important, integral part of Warzone. So actually fixing this and being able to put vehicles back in, I think it might be a bit of a tricky one because this is something to do with map geometry. And I have limited knowledge of game design, but from what I know, most game engines, if you want to change something with the map, you have to change that thing and then rebuild it and then seed the new version to all the different clients. So I'm guessing that soon there may be another big patch for everyone to download. Because if you think about the size of the Warzone map, it's a big map with a lot of geometry. And unless they have some kind of special tech in their engine, I don't see a way that they could just change that one part and it'd be okay. But who knows, maybe they will. I'm expecting another big patch. I don't know when they will do that, but fingers crossed it comes soon because I think a lot of us like the vehicles really. So moving on, you may have noticed a couple new things in the store. If you haven't been able to pick up a ghillie suit yet, then how about this one? This is the 420 Blazer ghillie suit. You can really blend in and maybe chill out at the same time. Also Maracatias, they must be a fan favourite surely. But if you do pick anything up from the store, including Black Ops Cold War, using my creator code is a great way to support me. At the bottom there, you can click on support a creator and put in Jack Frags in capital letters. And basically that means that I'll just get a bit of kickback from whatever you buy. It's a nice way to help support what I do here. And a big thanks to all of these guys that use my creator code. I did ask in a previous video, if you use it, tweet me a picture and I'll feature you guys in a video. I have about 100 screenshots saved at the moment, but please keep sending them in. This is just some of them, but I will do my utmost best to keep putting you guys in the vid. So thank you so much. Honestly, it means the world to me and I feel very lucky to be involved with this. Okay then, so as I mentioned at the start of the video, I've had a bit of a rough week with Warzone this week. You guys know I love to play solo matches on Warzone. It's a place where I can get in my own headspace and really focus up for a while. I haven't played trios or quads for a few days either, just because I've been so focused on solos, and I always like to try and get a win and record that and then talk about the tactics that I'm using, whether I did it with live commentary or whether I'm adding commentary after the fact and being a bit more analytical. But the last couple of days I've been playing quite a lot of solos, and because of skill-based matchmaking, every single match is really hyper competitive, especially for solos. Almost every player that you come up against is a good player, so there's a lot of close gunfights. Most of the players are using meta weapons and builds in their loadouts as well. Yeah, it's really fun and satisfying when you do eventually manage to win a solo game, especially when it's so competitive. But I have to be honest, it does get draining at times when most people in the lobby are playing like a tournament, but it's not actually a tournament. There's nothing at stake here. There's no ranking system in the game, anything like that. You're just trying to add another win to your leaderboard, I suppose. And that does take a lot of the fun out of it for me, but I don't see that changing, so it is what it is. A game like Warzone, to me, it's supposed to be played for fun, and every now and again, you want to have a nice casual game where you can relax and test things, have a bit of fun with your mates. But the way that the game's been set up and the fact that everyone knows everything about it now, I don't think that's a possibility anymore. That's a bit of a shame. Maybe it would change for a couple of weeks if they brought out a new map. We'll have to wait and see. So I've been trying to get a win using the Galil, which I don't think is a meta weapon at the moment. But I thought to myself, well, I've made a decent build here. Let's see if we can get a win with it. And in reality, after using it for a while, I don't think it can compete with the M4, with the Kilo, or with the MP5 up close. It's a fun gun to use, sure, but the amount of times that I was just getting TTK'd by better weapons started to get a bit frustrating for me. So I played for around 4 hours yesterday, and in those 4 hours, I got 3 second places. I got a load of top 10s, and recently, I always seem to get a load of kills, but I'm losing those last couple of gunfights. And I reckon that's probably down to the Gallo, but I was insistent on trying to get a win. It didn't happen. I think another problem that I have is that my playstyle, I like to move around a lot. I can't sit in one place. I get so impatient. I like to run around, go for kills. Not just for my own pleasure and preferences, but also for content. I don't want to show a Warzone win if it was just like 2 kills or something. Because I think as a viewer, maybe I wouldn't want to see that. I'd be disinterested in it. Perhaps I'm wrong, I don't know. And I think that I would definitely win more matches if I was a bit more passive in my playstyle and waited in buildings more, thought about where the zone's moving next and trying to capture those power positions. And I have tried playing like that. It's just, it turns me off so much. Maybe I need to find a nice balance, and we'll get there eventually. Anyways, that is all for today, guys. Just wanted to get a few things off my chest and update you all on everything that's been going on. I think it's been an interesting week. Of course, we've got the Cold War multiplayer reveal coming up on the 9th. I'll be covering that. Don't miss out. With that said, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you didn't, a dislike. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.